Hello lovelies, welcome to Narc Formula. My name's Freedom. Thank you for joining me. Today's episode is about narcissists thinking that they are the masters of the universe. And are they the masters of the universe or the masters of illusion? So I have obviously had a little bit of experience with the old narcissists, and one of the things that appeals to us as, I suppose, sensitive people, empaths, victims of narcissists, one of the things that appeals to us when we first meet the narcissist is how strong they come across. They come across as being untouchable, as being, self-assured, as having a high level of self-confidence, and belief in their own ability to do things. So when I was first with my narcissist, there was never a time where he ever admitted to not being able to do something. And I always just assumed that meant he actually knew how to do all the things that he was doing. But in actuality, this is not fact. This is the narcissist being the master of illusion. So there are 3 points that narcissists master. They master the illusion, they are the masters of manipulation, and the masters of distraction. So I'm going to go through these points one by one. So masters of illusion, so literally everything that the narcissists say and do is an illusion. Everything that they let you see is an illusion. Now the key word is there, let you see. Occasionally you are going to see things that they did not want you to see. And that's when you get those glimpses, those rare glimpses of the narcissist beyond the mask. And that's when you get that shock. That whole cognitive dissonance kicks in and your brain gets confused between reality and then the new reality. Because you're looking at the person that you thought you knew, and all of a sudden something's happened and you're looking at them through very different lenses, and you're wondering, are they the person that they say they are, or are they the person that I'm seeing right now? So most of the time narcissists will maintain this image, this illusion of self. So they've created a false construct, they've created this personality, they've created this illusion of who they are, and they've tailor-made it to suit you. So they've literally taken on board your wants, desires, likes, things that are important to you, and they have made this character, one that will get close to you, essentially, one that you will let close to you because it's everything you ever wanted. I mean, the fact that it's false is another thing altogether, but the reality is they create this false construct, this version of themselves. They put on a mask, and every aspect of their life that they show us is an illusion, from their relationships to what's going on in their work to their previous relationships. Things that they say, like they change their stories, they twist things. Nothing is as the narcissist says it is. It's all just an illusion designed to get what they want from you. Because they can't get what they want from you if you're acting hostile towards them. And if you knew what they were really about, you would definitely be acting hostile towards them. You'd be wanting to get away from them. They know this. So they show you what you want to see, and it is all illusion. They're also the masters of manipulation. Narcissists are the most self-serving individuals you will ever have the displeasure of meeting. Now, people say, oh, but my narcissist used to do all these things for me, and he worked so hard, and he did. And look, I have no doubt that narcissists can put on a good performance. No doubt at all. But the underlying fact is that narcissists do not do anything unless it is going to serve them. So whether they're angling for a pay rise at work, or a new position or title at work, or they're just trying to suck up the boss, suck up to the boss. Whether people are watching them at the right time. Narcissists are very well aware of when people are watching. They're not going to let you know that they know you're watching, but they know, and you'll see them working really hard in the backyard, making it look really pretty for you. I mean, my ex used to do that. He used to make a point of, I'm doing these things for you. But believe me, he would not have done those things had I not gushed all over him and applauded him and cooed and awed and ahed and said how wonderful he was and how good it looked and what a Superman he was. I mean, that's the reality, is that they want the praise, they want the admiration, they want to be able to tell everyone from that day forward about what a hard-working, good bloke he is, how he used to do all these amazing things for you, and you never took it, you always took it for granted, you never appreciated it. I mean, there is always a self-serving underlying reason why narcissists do things. They are not the kind of people to do a anonymous donation, for example. Or if they do an anonymous donation, they make sure someone sees them do it, so they can say, "Oh no, I just wanted to do this anonymously, so no one knows." But the fact is, if someone sees them, someone does know, and that's why they did it. Trust me, every single thing they do is serving them. From apologizing to you to working really hard. Anytime they give up an argument, anytime they, like I said, apologize, or they appear to concede, anytime they do any of that, there's a reason behind it. You just don't know. And it's usually about putting you in a false sense of security. So just say you've had an argument with them and you're fighting like cats and dogs, and then all of a sudden they change their tune and they're saying, "No, you're right, I need to do exactly what you said," and blah blah blah. And now you're thinking, "Wow, that's amazing. Yep, he sees it like I do, and that's fantastic." So now you're not looking so closely at his behavior because you think that he's on board. You think that you're on the same page with each other, and then you understand each other. You don't realize that you just got played. You don't realize that he needed to end the argument because he needed to be somewhere in an hour's time, and he doesn't want to make it look too suspicious. Plus, he wants you to be really, really relaxed. So when he goes, you're not worried about it. So, for example, an hour after the argument, he'll say something like, "You know something? I love you so much. I'm going to go and get you a present. I want to go buy you something, just a little something. You deserve it, my sweet love." Blah, blah, blah. You can tell I've been here and done this. And that gives him his little window of opportunity. On the way back, he grabs a cheap bunch of flowers, something from a store. No thought, no care or concern. Once again comes back, you give him praise for it, but in actuality, what he really wanted and needed was for you to be calm and let him go so he could go and source his new supply or do whatever he was trying to do behind your back. And this is why I say masters of manipulation. Alright, final point, masters of distraction. How does the narcissist always have you looking the wrong way? And quite frankly, because they distract you. They say, "Look over here. What's going on over here? Have you thought about this?" So meanwhile you're discussing the topics that they want to discuss with you, you've forgotten about the things that you cared about and the things that you were trying to talk about. And it's the same thing when they are sourcing new supply, and you're starting to get a little bit close to that particular source. You're starting to figure out that maybe he's attracted, or maybe there's something going on. You might even be asking questions. So the art of distraction. This is where they say, "Oh, that woman, oh my God, she's such a stupid bitch. I cannot believe that she did this, that she did that. I can't stand having her around. It must frustrate you so much having to talk to her." They say all the right things. And as I said, they will distract you away from the things that you're supposed to be looking at. And they do it in all kinds of ways. You know, they do it by, like I said, creating a fight. So they'll create a fight. So when you're onto something, they will create a fight about something completely different. They'll go on the offense. They will attack you about something that you allegedly have done. You'll be so busy defending yourself, you won't even realize that this is a false argument. This is not real. And that what you really should be arguing about hasn't been addressed. This brings me to false flags. That's another thing. This is another art of distraction. One of the ways that they keep us in this state of confusion is that they create events, and politically it's called false flags, where a terrorist attack event takes place, but it is actually the good guys that have done it, but they've done it to distract the general public away from, say, the budget, things that are going on in the budget, things that, you know, are important to the general public. But as soon as the general public feel threatened, you know, by terrorists or others, outsiders, you know, they forget about the budget and they think, you know, who cares about money when we're under threat like this? Well, narcissists do a similar thing, right? So they create these false dramas, false crises. And so what happens is your intuition and instinct gets so confused that when the real crises are happening, when things are actually happening, you don't know that it's happening because they're giving off different signs and signals all the time. So, for example, you know, if your narcissist is the type to cheat with a lot of women, what they will do is they will flirt with ugly women, old women. They'll flirt with all kinds of women, right? So that when they do flirt with the ones they're going to sleep with, you won't even notice. You won't realize because they flirt with everyone. It's just who they are. You won't see the warning signs. And this is one of the reasons they lie as much as they do. And they lie about all different things. They lie about stupid things like, you know, they go to the supermarket, for example, and you say, where were you today? You know, and instead of saying, I just popped down to the supermarket, they say, you know, oh, yeah, I just went and caught up with some friends. You know, they just do create these little lies. They don't have to lie, but they lie because they want to keep you confused. They don't want you knowing what they're up to, and they don't want you to be able to read situations. So that when real situations happen, when they are doing their sneaky and underhanded tactics, you won't even notice. You won't read the signs and signals because so many times you've said to yourself, oh no, he was just at the supermarket, you know, or oh no, he doesn't find those women attractive, he just flirts with all women. I hope I'm making myself clear with this because the false flags, it's, you know, it's a real thing. Like I said, it's used politically, and it's